Alright, here we've got a nice Logan 10-inch lathe. I'm thinking it's from the late 50s. The serial number on it is 34503. It's a 825. It's in great shape. All the back gears and bow gears on this lathe are completely without any breaks or flaws. Here's the outboard gear train. Everything in it, it's a little dark because of the lubricant that's on there. It's just spray lubricant. It's actually a very good lubricant for open gears. But that's the lubricant that's on there. It's a twin belt drive. There are two V-belts here. The back gear system works like this. It's an engaged in back gear when it's in the in position. And then there's a toggle here in the bull gear. But we're going to leave it out of back gear for now, and we'll fire it up. So you can see just how nicely this runs. I'm going to leave the cover up just for the time being. See, it's very smooth. Everything works great on it. This is not in back gear, as I mentioned, though the back gear does function. It's got the quick change gearbox, which is a very nice feature. That's a feature of the 825 lathe that came with that from the factory, which provides both a cross feed and a longitudinal feed on the apron. So we'll fire that up, put it up here into the longitudinal feed. Oh, we actually have to turn this on. There we go. And then we can engage our clutch. You can see that works. You can see the drive handle turning now. And then I'm going to move it over out of that and into the cross feed. Now that's all working properly. It's going to come with a tool post, a quick change tool post. This is a A/A or 100 size. It's a Chinese tool post, but it works fine. It's got a tail stack. Let's see if we can get a look at the rear end here. Tail stack with a Jacobs chuck in it, drill chuck. This is a 3-jaw chuck that's actually set up for the spindle. I'll go ahead and mount that now. Works very well. It's got the some of the tools for this lathe are here in this drawer. The 3 outside jaws for the chuck, faceplate, the original rocker type tool post with all the parts. There's the rocker. It's a lantern tool post. Headstock center. A couple of dead centers for the tailstock. A live center for the tailstock. Various lathe dogs. A chuck wrench, and then I've got one on order. This happens to be for the 9-inch lathe, but it's the lock for the carriage. So this is actually the wrong size, but this will be replaced before the lathe is sold. It's also got this wrench, and I think it'll have one more wrench like this. Another cool thing about this lathe is it's got 4 drawers. 4 drawers are slick because it's actually got the original factory lock right here on the drawer. So once it's locked, you can pull the key out, of course, and then as any lock would work, it doesn't allow you back in until you open it. So it's got a factory key for the drawers. All the drawers are keyed alike. They all that key fits them all. Here are the tool holders for the quick change tool post. It's a typical set. It's got a knurling tool with a secondary tool holder on it. It's got a boring bar holder, got a cutoff tool holder, and then actually 2 holders like this. One with a groove down the middle, and then that one, which will hold your standard. So that's the 5th of the 5 tool holders, and then the tool post right here. Everything works fine on the lathe. Just go over that quick. So that's the compound. It doesn't appear to be much play in it. Here's the cross slide again. Similarly, not a lot of play. The longitudinal feed works great. There's a little play in that, but I don't think it's any worse than any others. The bed seems to be very nice. It doesn't seem to have any wear on the bed that is visible at any rate. So I think the bed is in good shape. It does have the 1.5 by 8 threads per inch spindle thread here. Let's see. This another nice thing about this lathe. It's Logan, and actually there's a company called Logan Actuator Company, and parts are still available for this lathe. It's very quiet. It's got also runs on single phase, which is real nice. It runs on 110 volt current, and that's a nice feature of the lathe. In here we've got the means for adjusting the speed of the spindle. Actually, there's 6 possible spindle speeds. When this loosens this up, you can move the belt, and then there's a second belt here, and this system works really well. So that's the speed control for the spindle. So that is the Logan 825 10-inch lathe. It's located in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and it'll be for sure on Craigslist and possibly on eBay. This is Lucas signing off. Okay, one other thing is that the lathe has, even though it's 110 volts, it's got the reversing switch right here, and of course it's still very quiet. Also, it looks to me like there is it's a capacitor start motor, and there's actually a panel on the back where one can access the motor as required right here. So these screws will come out, that panel can come off, and then you can access the motor. There's 110 volt to the system right there. Okay, this is Lucas signing off.